I looked at it about 3.1 as well. 3.1, 3.2. This came from us?
Yes. I don't know who does that.
And you're including the market renovation. You just added.
Entire capital.
Yeah, you just added in a third building. Is what that is. That's a third building.
Well, no, but it's a building that's being built.
No, it was built 5 years ago. We finished Martin 5 years ago.
So it's part of the overall work.
It's
So,
not new.
Get. How's it? Hang loose. Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii, the channel. Added light effect over there. Aloha everyone, it is Friday, July 25th, and I'll add the sound effect here. See, this is all contrived. This is supposed to be for fun. Today is Friday. I usually do vlog and news. That's how I organize it. And this is kind of like a little bit of a rant. See, because I'm not in the mood. Matter of fact, I was thinking about quitting this thing, but I don't have a replacement for it, so it'll be leaving a gaping thing. So I have to trudge through until I can figure out something different. But this all began, in 2020, the COVID lockdown. Oh, fear. Yeah, everyone's all, yeah. Hey, I didn't bring the plague. The plague came. I don't deny it. I'm into truth. I'm into reality. I'm into reason, honesty, But I'm not going to be plowed down with a bunch of jibber-jabber, lies, deception, the kind of stuff that's coming out of Washington, D.C. right now with this administration. Trump bad. Trump should be impeached. I think he's kind of the Antichrist. I kind of go, is he the Antichrist? The beast from 666? It actually makes me pause. It actually makes me think. The nick with the ear, the survived fatal wound, that's not fatal? Just that much it would have been. So he dodged a bullet, literally a fatal wound. The whole thing about the Antichrist stuff, I'm going to tell you one thing, because I'm going to back this up too, because this is about reason, not conspiracy theory. Yeah, there's a other side out there. If you don't believe in it, then you can't believe in God, because what's that? Whatever. But my grandfather, I remember him. Two grandfathers, just talking about one of them. And I went over and talked with him and visited him and talked with him for a while. And I hadn't with my other grandfather, but this one, yeah, I talked with him. And he was really into the history, keeping up on the history. He raised a big family and he kept on in history. And his oldest son was in World War II, so he definitely was keeping up history. And he got the big scrapbook about World War II, all the newspaper clippings of World War II, actual newspaper clippings. It was wild. And I was sitting there going, talking with him in a heavy accent and all, and he said something about Christ. And I'm like, And he was talking about the Christs as in plural of World War II. I'm like, what are the Christs of World War II? He had a heavy accent, so conversation's not going quick like this. The Christs of World War II were C. Christ, C is Churchill, H, Hitler, R, Roosevelt. I'm not sure. Ito? S. Stalin. T. Tito in Japan. I'm not sure who the I was. Maybe it was Eisenhower. I'm not sure on that one. But I'm thinking, oh, the world leaders that were in World War II. Yeah, Roosevelt, Churchill, good guys. Hitler, Tito, bad guy, right? Allies and Axis. So how can Hitler be a Christ? Right? That doesn't make sense. Because those are more antichrist. Like Trump. Fuck Trump. Go to hell, Trump. I hope he just... I'm rooting for our country, and that guy's destroying it. Now, that's just my humble opinion. Maybe it's not so humble, but that's my opinion. Have any opinion else you want. I'm not trying to pick a fight. Go believe it. Worship that one. I don't give a fuck. So, how is Hitler a Christ? Well, a Christ as in a leader that everyone follows. For them, he was their Christ. For them, that one was their Christ. So each of them is a Christ to that group of people. It took me a long time to understand that. It doesn't mean that Hitler's good. No, Hitler bad. It means that everyone was following him. Like in England, everyone was following Churchill. Now, I'm pissed a little bit still because I feel insulted in a lot of ways, because I did a lot of work with this channel trying to make it like more like a happy-go-lucky and satirical, but it takes like background research and I want to be accurate or truthful. But this ain't the news. This is not the news. The news is on the television. Whichever channel you want to watch, you watch. If you want to watch one that's biased towards that side, watch the one that's biased towards that side. If you want to watch one that's trying to be balanced but's a little bit biased that side, then watch that one. And believe what you want. I'm not trying to convince you, really. I guess there's an element of persuasion in these kind of things. But you believe whatever the heck you want. And I mean, not just one. I'm not trying to single out one person, because the comments that ticked me off just got me thinking. Because I got to do this. I'm like, nobody watches this channel. This is a channel of like 3 people, so I'm not picking on 3 people, or any one of those 3 people. 2 of those 3 people are kind of like me editing. That's how sad, pathetic this channel is. This channel don't have an audience. You know, it's like, why am I doing this? It's not for the money. You know, I don't have to, you know, hey, if I get a little encouragement, I'm like, yeah, encouraged. But if I'm challenged on accuracy, right? If you want accuracy, go fact check it yourself. Or believe their lies and just go like a bobblehead, believe lies. And I mean that for anyone, not one person. Anyone wants to believe their lies is bobblehead through the whole freaking thing. He's promising me great economic wealth. There's gonna be great times ahead. It's gonna be the golden age, the gilded age, just like the old gilded age, which was monopolies and the peasants. And they're gonna be the robber barons, and we're all gonna be the peasants. And they don't get that yet, but they're bobblehead, I'll believe. He said that Obama's a traitor. I'll believe it. I'll believe it. There's some people that believe it that are actually dangerous. See, on this channel, I don't want to bully on anybody. I don't want to give docs, which is like information's people's information. So I'm going to shy away from referring to anything like, you know, pointing out any. It doesn't really matter. No one watches this. That's the key thing to remember. If later on thousands and thousands of people or something became popular, I would be surprised. I probably still wouldn't be making any money. No, I'm not doing this for the money. It's not making me any money. It's costing me time and effort. And if I'm encouraged, you know, there's a discouraged rather than encouraged. It's like that's where the fuel is. But hey, I don't need no apologies. People just do what they want to do. I'm not trying to convince you. And even in belief or like religion, I know I have to work at believe in God. I grew up Roman Catholic, so Jesus Christ. There's other religions, and believe me, I investigated a lot of stuff. And I do think there's evil out there. There's the wicked side of spirituality. And it's about lies. It's about deception. It's about fooling you. It's about taking advantage of you and leaving you in the frickin' dust. It's about discouragement. It's about tearing people apart. That's what Trump does. He's on that side. Basically, evil side. So you have a choice, good or evil, and you have to try to go one way or the other, and you get to pick. People who don't pick, kind of picking anyways, because you know what side's going to be trampling around. So, but not to be too dramatic, but I'm just trying to calm down about this stuff. This is like, if this gets to be, like, why am I doing it? Oh, I would put a sound effect there. It's called landslide. Or the little cuckoo sound, the cuckoo clock sound. There's a timer, so I had the tick, 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 like 60 minutes, which got sued by CBS, or got canceled by CBS. Did they get canceled? CBS is under the gun. There's corporations that are bowing down to Trump, giving him tens to hundreds of millions of dollars. Hundreds of millions of dollars from the university, tens of millions of dollars from CBS, canceling shows. See, when I do a show like this, I call it a show now. I'll just call it a show. Convenience-wise, I'm doing one of these videos, and Ozzy Osbourne's died. I'm like, oh, that's a bummer. Hit me in the gut a little bit, because I was watching his Want to Believe show, kind of relating. It's not like, oh, he's 67 and he's 76 and he's a rock and roller. And I was just like, yeah, he's an old rock and roller, and he's like sitting there commenting on videos. I was like, oh. And then my sister gave me a health scare about my mom. My mom's she's fine, you know, but I have to keep an eye. But it gave me a scare, and it was a false scare. And it started making me think. And then I go on, the thing is another death of Hulk Hogan. I don't care about Hulk Hogan. I remember Hulk Hogan as a kid. Now I think of Hulk Hogan, he's like Kid Rock, jumping up and down the side of MAGA. It just, there ain't enough of Hulk Hogan that it's like, yeah, forget it. There ain't enough of Kid Rock. It's like there was a couple songs, and then, to me, it's like nothing. But I was called out on in the comments, and I guess I don't take criticism well. I was trying to take input well, but one of them is about the Epstein tapes. Yeah, they're a big hot topic, and all these hot topics are designed, really, a lot of it, to divide. It's us versus them. That's a devil thing. Us versus them. When it starts going that way, and that's how they're doing it. They're split the forces and then conquer, divide and conquer. And that Epstein thing is another one of those. It's a distraction. Well, many distractions come up because of that, because they don't want to do it. He's probably in it for sure. But he's probably also, the judges are in his pocket, and he's immune to prosecution because he's president. He's got to be doing his job. Making billions of dollars by being president and selling out U.S. interest to other countries because they just give him billions in the crypto. They buy his crypto. They give him billions of this stuff. Billions of fucking dollars every day. This guy. Fuck him. Fuck this guy. And, you know, he's promising the world to middle class, and they believe him. And it's only for that 10 to 1%. And they look after like bobblehead. They want to believe, they're hoping to believe, because times are tough, and it's going to get tougher because of tariffs, and we don't want to be one of those peasants out in the street. But he's lying to them, and that will come crashing down. Now, I'm not sitting there going like, hey, you know, I told you I'm right, you're wrong. No, this is not that. No, I don't give. I'm trying to be like truthful and accurate when I can. I was trying to be funny, but now this isn't funny now. I'm not in the funny mood now. So this is more like Rant. But when that, shit, this is too much. See, I can't even, it's like lost my train of thought because that type of thinking does that. This is bad, and I'm not trying to be, I'm right, someone else is wrong. I'm not here to be, I told you so, I told you so, nah, 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 I told you so, I'm right, you're wrong, I told you so. Because by the time it's the I told you so area of things, and I'm not that kind of I told you so kind of guy. But when it gets to that point, it's already too late, far too late, and it's almost, not quite, but almost irreversible. Things will be stuck, and they'll be stuck for years and years, and I'm not going to live that long. There's like people dying. I'm old. Get the feel that, life's short. What am I doing this for, right? This is a little bio, little my thoughts, little autobiographical, and little what's happening in the news, what people think. It's kind of history thing. What do you think when Reagan got shot? People were calling him the Antichrist, 666. And the next day in physics class, the president got shot. I'm like, I thought dead, but it was Reagan. He's not quite dodged a bullet, but he dodged being killed. And then this guy. But so there it is. This was meant to be fun, but this is just a rant. So, I mean, damn, I don't know. I'm not even gonna it takes hours to edit too. So I gotta go do stuff more stuff I don't get paid for. I don't get paid. So if things go tits up, I have to worry about being homeless. And if people die off of me, I'm not secure with and there's the narcissist, which is still in play and I'm not supposed to talk about, so I won't, but that one's in full play. Also on the side of evil. See, in the Lord's Prayer there's God's will be done. God's will be done. In the Old Testament, if people do the will of the Lord. In the New Testament, if people do the will of the Lord, that's God. Good side. If you're out to try to do that, be nice to people, or not just generally not be a dick if you can, or to help starving people eat some food so not die, not promote starvation for political clout. But if you're on the side of the Lord, thy will be done. It's God's will. Now, opposite. What's the opposite of that? Satan's will. Satan's will be done. Who does that? Just think of anything. That's how it's easy. It's that easy. Is it a Jesus thing? What's the opposite? That's the bad side. So if you have somebody on the devil's will be done and they're consistent, case closed. That's not that big of a deal. No, you can say theology doesn't exist. All that stuff doesn't exist. Go ahead. I don't care. I'm trying to believe, because it's tough. It's a tough road. I mean, those people, I believe in, and maybe, but it's work. It's a lifelong work to try to believe in God or try to do anything that's good. And when you try to do that, you get resistance from the bad. And that's out there. And I really do think that. I can't give proof of the existence of God by no means. But I can give a good old college try giving Satan exists. The effect of and how it works through people. Yeah, evil exists. It's out there. So you can be a part of that or not be a part of that. And I mean you as in anyone, me, anyone. I'm not trying to single out anybody. But I'm just in a myth about this. And when I start hearing stuff that's MAGA tactics, whataboutism, look the other way, ooh, look, there's Clinton, ooh, Clinton who? Hillary? Bill? Who gives a flying fuck about them? They're not relevant now. Now, they're not relevant. So, here's an important thing you should pay attention to that's happening, that's destroying our country. But don't pay attention to that. Look over there. That's a little bit of a whataboutism. As far as the fake news thing, you should check your facts. You should check your facts. That's not very accurate. What you say has no bearing. It's like false, fake, discounted. That's why they're destroying the universities. Because they don't want free thinkers. You can have a different opinion, and I can disagree with you, blah, 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 but when the people telling you what you're looking at is not accurate because of that one specific little point, that's not accurate. No, I'm sorry, you have to throw it all out. Bullshit. And that's what they're trying to do. Heavy duty spin on those networks. If you watch those networks, you're getting full force soaked into it. And intelligent people, good people, intelligent people can get sucked into cults. And that's scary. But that news on Fox News, which it's biased, one side. It's like Putin in Russia. There's only one TV channel. That's what, if Fox was the only news channel, that's the same thing. So, as it all falls apart in the US, and I'm not sure what the fuck I'm going to be doing with this channel. I don't even know. I guess I'll have to do something. Might be pivoting away from the news. Because it's not that those little criticisms, and they're freaking, they're from like Fox MAGA tactics. It's like, don't discourage me with those. That's fuck. Like, look at the big picture. They're telling people this economy is going to be wonderful. Yeah, for a small, minute, already billionaire class. Everyone else is going to get their fucking doors blown off. And it's not. These tariff things are going to come in. And then they're going to come in. It's like the rising tide is going to come in. Yeah. And that's fine. That's a uneducated opinion. I was told one time, you're just a guy watching TV. That's right. That's all it is. Just a guy watching TV. Hey, since I did put this in, you should focus on local news. Local news, it's all affected. This is big stuff. Here, local news. You should stick to local news. What are they talking about? Starvation in Palestine. Why? Because it's man-made. They cut out U.S. aid. That starvation is going to cause more problems. They're already talking about Hamas not giving up. So Israel is giving the green light by Trump, because Netanyahu is like a mini Trump. And Trump wants Mar-a-Lago and all these people dead so he can build Mar-a-Lago in Gaza. And you won't be, any of you, neither myself, will be a member of the Mar-a-Lago Club. So, evil. Now, sports. Yeah, it's coming up. Yay, sports. Nice distraction. At least, hey, yay. They're not harming. And then I'll go over here to back in the day, because a lot of people think back in the day everything was like wonderful and perfect. I mean, it's just different. 83. Oh, look, monk seal in the viewing portal in Waikiki. That's pretty cool. Yeah. That doesn't exist now. Yeah. Isn't that fun? That doesn't exist. Whatever. See, when it's news, yeah, I totally agree. This stuff is serious stuff. It's nasty, and people get, my side, your side. Here, political cartoon. This person is trying to make a comment. Ignore them yelling squirrel. See, like, everyone's talking about the dogs, looking like squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. They want the dogs to look at the squirrel. They want them to distract from the Epstein files. And all these, like the White House Secretary, Tulsi Gabbard, who's an intelligence, Secretary of Intelligence. She reports to the president, who doesn't listen, doesn't read. And the speaker, Mike Johnson, they're all trying to divert away from protect their dear leader, Trump. Elon did it for a while, but you know what? He got thrown under the bus too. Elon spent a lot of money trying to get his way, and then didn't get his way. Now, I'm not even going to do this blah blah. I don't know. Here, voting in midterms can overturn current chaos. I'm not going to do special effects too much. I'm just not in the mood to put a bunch of effort into it, you know. In just one, I'm going to read somebody else's letter. This is somebody else's opinion letter to the editor. Voting in midterms can overturn current chaos. Voting in midterms. In just 180 days, President Trump has changed our country to the point that I can no longer recognize it. The president's economic policies have caused chaos domestically and globally. He promised to decrease inflation, put more money in the pockets of Americans, bring the Russia and Ukraine war to an end in one day, create 90 deals in 90 days, and bring peace to the Middle East. And now I watch in complete disbelief as thousands of hardworking immigrants are removed from our streets through racial profiling for what I believe to be one reason: to make America white. The United States was built on the backs of immigrants who made this country the envy of the world. Folks, we can turn this around during the midterm elections, midterms, through the power of voting. Let's all take that important step forward and vote. James Jones, Hawaii Kai. Well, thank you, James, even though you'll never be watching this. But I'm thanking you for your letter to the editor anyways. And I agree with you. And that's the hope. The midterm elections in 2026, which is coming up pretty soon, and they're already negative campaigning towards it. Plus, this is like sort of the last chance to maybe flip the House, flip the Senate, that sort of thing. But also, they're gerrymandering, which they're redefining the district lines in like states. They want to make more Republican seats in the House of Representatives. So they redraw the lines in Texas, and now they have more seats that are Republican in the House, and that's how they're winning. Gerrymandering's bad politics, and it's nasty. So there's that. There's the thing where there's a bunch of stuff where they're trying to overturn the election before the election, and it's midterm elections. Before they were doing a presidential, now they're midterm. And all this stuff, yeah. Russia and Ukraine, Trump siding with Putin. Peace in the Middle East, Trump siding with Netanyahu. Promise to decrease inflation, tariffs. Inflation's going to go up. It will. Put money in the pockets of Americans, the rich few, to the tax breaks. Please believe hardworking immigrants make America white. Yeah, he's having the it's the Hitler playbook, and it's like page by page being implemented. Project 2025 must have been written by someone who read Mein Kampf a million times and looked at the history. How did Hitler do it? Oh, he's a succeed. Oh, we'll do what he did. And yeah, that's the group to blame. That's them. Now let's get them out and build a wall. Us versus them. Elite out. And pretty soon he's going to attack citizenship, and he tried. And at least the Supreme Court said you can't have birthright citizenship removed from the Constitution. He's removing stuff from the Constitution of the United States of America. So, if that's someone you can get behind and go, USA, USA, Godspeed to you. I'm just not following that Pied Piper. With the ear, Antichrist. So with that, that's the rant. I'm gonna be like, I'm not sorry about it, because that's what I did. I did today because it's my channel, and that's what I'm doing. And I mean, I'm gonna say I don't care if you watch or don't watch, because no one's watching anyways. But if you are watching, hey, thanks, and Godspeed to you. Luck and whatever floats your boat. I'm not trying to be anti other people or whatever. I'm not trying to pick a fight. I'm just saying, hey, and my reality right now is I'm a little miffed off, and I'm not sure how much I'm going to do. I actually wasn't going to do this one, but hey, now it's a big long rant, probably with no music. I don't know. Anyways, that's it. Aloha to you. Aloha. Bye.
And that's it. So if you have a good day,